Hey YouTube, today I've got a different kind of deck profile. Today I'm going to be doing what I like to call my Spellcaster All-Stars deck. This deck is primarily a fun deck that I put together. I've been trying to build this for a while now. I took apart my Spellbook Prophecy deck since the September 1 list came out. And I decided to build the classic. Wanted to put Dark Magician in a deck, as well as Dark Magician Girl and Endymion and High Priestess all in the same deck. So this is what I came up with. So, one High Priestess of Prophecy. The deck doesn't rely on her. She's not the win condition, so she's just in here, just as one of the all-star boss spellcaster monsters. I also have one Dark Magician Girl. She's the level 6 Dark Spellcaster. So she increases your different options you have for different synchro monsters as well as exceed monsters. One Endymion. The Master Magician, his effect is similar to High Priestess, where he just blows up cards, discard a spell card, destroy a card, and then that spell card that you discarded, then you can use High Priestess to banish. Well, if it was a spellbook card, you can banish it, and then you can use her effect to destroy something else. So both of these two hit back row and the monsters, so they just destroy a card in the field. One's light, one's dark, so that's good. And then one Dark Magician. He's very old school. He has a lot of support cards, but this deck doesn't really rely on any of his support cards. So he's just kind of in here as another boss monster. He's a vanilla, he's a level 7, so you can get Big Eye. So yeah. Those are the all-star spellcasters that I went with for the high levels. And then the card that allows me to play these guys and speed the deck up a lot. Triple Temperance of Prophecy. Temperance of Prophecy is really good. It's the only prophecy monster besides High Priestess that's in here. The deck is very tight on space. I went with the best spellcasters I could think of for this format. So next, this is a Chaos build, so light and dark. We have the light representatives. One Jowgen the Spiritualist. He's just really good. He's like Christia. When he's in the field, you need to play a special summon. He's a level 3 and he's light. One Effect Veiler. It's a level 1 spellcaster. It's a tuner. It stops effect monsters. You can allow you to synchro. For example, this with Dark Magician Girl gets you Arcanite Magician. This with a level 4 gets you Allied Justice Cataster. So it's just a very versatile card. One Oracle of the Sun. This is your Spellcaster Cyber Dragon. One Crusader of Endymion. This is your 1900 Beater. It's a light spellcaster. It's also a vanilla when it's on the field. And then his effect is also pretty decent too. So those are the light representatives for spellcasters for this all-star deck. And then for the dark ones, I put in a 2-star tuner, Chaos Sorcerer. He's also pretty good. When he gets special summoned, you can banish 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard. So him and Effect Veiler are the tuners. He's a dark one. One Summoner Monk. He's a good dark level 4 monster. Discard a spell card to special summon a level 4 monster from the deck. So he's pretty good. He's almost always going to either pull this guy, Kycoo the Ghost Destroyer. He's just a very good very good spellcaster card, a very old school card. He was reprinted in Legendary Collection 3 Yugioh's World, so he's in the deck. And one Breaker the Magical Warrior. He's also another really good card from back in the day. He used to see a lot of play. He was limited for a long time actually. And then one Tsukuyomi. This card's pretty good. A lot of people really they really don't expect this card, and it's just a very good spellcaster card. It gets over a lot of things. Gets rid of Dark Armed Dragon. Gets rid of any Monarch, etc. And then another boss monster we have is Chaos Sorcerer. He's a really good spellcaster. He's a dark. He banishes face-up monsters, so he's just really good. He gets rid of those pesky Stardust Dragons and annoying things. And then standing in for my favorite card, Dark Magician of Chaos, we have Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Just because all these spellcasters I went with primarily are light and dark, except for Temperance. So it allows you to run him and he just helps out Dark Magician. Because Dark Magician's kind of an underdog, so BLS is in here just to power up the deck. So that's the monsters. For the spell cards, since this is All-Star, I'm going with the Grand Spellbook Tower, representing the Spellbook Prophecy monsters. I have Magical Citadel of Endymion, representing Endymion's build. And I have Secret Village of the Spellcasters for my lockdown style. So I have all three in the main deck just to give me different options depending on the deck, so I don't have to worry too much about... maybe, I mean, you can probably win round one instead of having to decide for which one you want. But I just went with all three of them. Okay, and it's awesome like that. And then when Terraforming, just to search whichever one you want, whichever style you're going to go for, depending on how the game opened up and what your opponent's running. So that's just pretty good right there. One's lockdown, no spells. One's for a faster pace, you want to abuse Endymion and all the counters on the Star Hall. And then Grand Spellbook Tower just for recycling and special summoning. So next we have Dark Hole and Typhoon, the only staple cards, just one of the Typhoons. And then now everything else is pretty much going to be the spellbooks. So 2 Spellbook Star Hall, because you have a lot of weak monsters, power them up. This thing works with Endymion. When they get rid of this, you special summon monsters. So yeah, that's pretty good. 2 Spellbook of Wisdom stops Mirror Force from destroying your cards, stops Dark Hole from destroying your boss monster. Protect that Dark Magician, protect that Junon, protect even Dark Magician Girl. 1 Spellbook of Eternity, get back a spellbook card after using Junon's effect, and use it again. 1 Spellbook of the Master, down from 2, just to add a spellbook, and it's just like a really good proxy for a bunch of things. 2 Spellbook of Life, Monsterborn's gone, so this is more relevant now. 1 Spellbook of Fate, the deck is really tight on space, so 1's enough. You don't want to banish too many things. 2 Spellbook of Power, just go for that big attack, power up or whatever. And then triple Spellbook of Secrets, just to search out whichever one you need and set up your plays. And then for the traps, it's very simple. 2 Royal Decree, it kind of goes along with Village, because you are running so many spellbooks, you don't really need to rely on traps. So you want to stop the opponent, you can lock them down, and then even with Veiler, you pretty much have game that way. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck, it was really hard to come up with these, with what to put in here, but I went with 1 Explosive Magician. He's your level 6 Spellcaster Synchro Monster. He's pretty decent. 1 Arcanite Magician. He's your level 7. These are both light, so they work with BLS and Chaos Sorcerer. 1 Ally of Justice Catastor for your level 5. You can get him with Veiler and any level 4, or you can even get him with Temperance plus Knight's End Sorcerer. And because Knight's End Sorcerer with Oracle, you could go with Arcanite Magician, or you could go with Black Rose Dragon as a nuke. And then Gaia, he gets over Stardust Dragon and a lot of annoying things. Scrap Dragon and Stardust Dragon. These are the synchros. Everything else is going to be Exceed. Next we have Black Strip of Corn, Maestro, Daigusto Emerald, because if Dark Magician's in the graveyard, you can special summon him, or you can just send stuff back into the deck and draw. Big Eye, because you can make him Junon plus Dark Magician, or Endymion. And then Photon Strike Bouncer, although you wouldn't really use Endymion because Endymion's stronger than Big Eye. But Big Eye's just really good. He's a spellcaster, he's dark. Photon Strike Bouncer, he's good. Because we don't have Magi Magician, although I have the Japanese one, but I just throw this in because it's stronger. And then Gaga Cowboy, Leviair the Sea Dragon, and you can get this because of Spellbook of, where is it at? It's the Equip card. Spellbook of Life. If you can play 2 of them in the same turn, although no you can't. If you can keep your monster in the field level 10, and then you do another one, if they can't destroy it, you get Good Stuff Max. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, rate, comment, subscribe.